and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at my new GTX 980 Ti. This is a Zotac Founders Edition card that I got off eBay for £260, which is about £80 more than the normal price because of the GPU mining price. It launched in 2015 with a recommended retail price of £550 and has 6GB of GDDR5 VRAM, 2,816 CUDA cores, and a 384-bit bus width. It was a really performant card back in its day, and I wanted to see how it performs today. So I picked one up, and I'm going to be replacing my good old 970 with it, and seeing how it compares to that, and other cards like the 1070 and 1660 Super. So let's get into the benchmarks. First up, we have CSGO, which I ran at 1080p on the competitive settings, which is low and high shadows, and on the community benchmark map, it got an average of 295 FPS, which is really good. After that, we had Apex Legends, which I ran at, again, 1080p at the highest settings, except on the step down on texture, as it doesn't have enough VRAM for that. And with this, it achieved an average of 80 FPS, with 1% lows of 53 FPS and 0.1% lows of 4 FPS. After Apex, we have Dirt Rally 2.0, which was run at 1080p on the Ultra preset, which I couldn't do on my 970 without getting under 60 FPS, and it achieved an average of 74 FPS, with 1% lows of 61 FPS and 0.1% lows of 58 FPS. So a really decent upgrade over my 970. Next, I tested Rainbow Six Siege, which was set to 1080p at the very high preset, which does drop the resolution scale in half, but it's what I do for my benchmark tests. So yeah. And it got an average of 192 and 1% lows of 116 and 0.1% lows of 42 FPS on the built-in benchmark map. So amazing scores for a 6-year-old card. New to the benchmarks, we have Doom 2016, which I just got recently, and I ran it at the highest settings and just did the opening segment. And in that, it got 128 FPS for an average, 1% lows of 55 FPS and 0.1% lows of 8 FPS. But it's more like you're going to be sitting around that 128, and those 8% lows are probably from a loading screen that I accidentally went through. Finally, we have Unigine Heaven. I was running this at 1080p, extreme tessellation, ultra quality, 8x MAAA at first, and I got an average of 78 FPS with a score of 1986, which is going to be the first score in the new segment of Unigine Heaven Extreme Tests, and then I'm going to have one for lower tests. And in the lower test, which was normal tessellation, medium quality, 4x MAA, 135 FPS, it got 135 FPS and 3,414 points. So I am gonna make a graph that will appear now. Yeah, future me, good job. And yeah, I'm gonna continue this for all my other graphics card reviews. Hope this is helpful. I'll add some comparisons in, like to the 1070 and stuff, but yeah. Now that we're through with the benchmarks, what do I think of the card? Well, I think it looks incredibly nice. A good balance between little baby cool and the kind of old and dated like the 560 I reviewed a while back, which you can check by clicking the iCard up in the corner, and not ultimate gamer, like the bigger triple slot cards are coming out now. I think it's a good balance and looks like it would fit well in most systems, with the only thing being the only green lighting really messing with the white color scheme of my system. My one complaint with it is that it does run hot, in air quotes, as the cooler was not really made for this caliber of card, as they kept on reusing it, so its thermal throttles as soon as it hits 83 degrees, which it does without fail every game, as you saw, but it's not that big a deal, and no, I think the design really holds it through. And also, before I bought it, I saw lots of posts and forums saying that it was very loud, but it's not much more audible than my case fans, so yeah, very good purchase for me. I'm definitely going to be replacing my 970 with this, so that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stick around for the next one. Hello and welcome to the end card. Today's video was meant to be a 1060 video, but turns out I deleted the footage of all the gameplay, so I just had footage of it. So I just scrapped that video. It's not coming out, never. But I have a little schedule. I'm probably not going to be uploading for the next little month or so because I've got some things going on. So sorry about that, but I do have some plans. The VR video, it's still happening. It's happening. I want to make a video on my ThinkPad, just round up. I also want to make a video on the iPod Nano and anything else that I find cool along the way. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you again for listening all this far. And my ramblings. Bye, I guess?